Really? That's how we're going to come out on the first game of the season and lose to the lowly Jacksonville Jaguars? The team clearly who wants to tank, who's traded every single asset they had, and we lose to them. Gardner Minshew's out here looking like Dan Marino, John Elway, carving up our secondary. Yeah, I know it's only one loss, but it was to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who clearly do not want to win. It wasn't all bad. Paris Campbell looked good. He's going to be, if he stays healthy, he's going to be a big part of this offense, and we're going to need him. He played great today, catching the ball in space, and you could just see his speed when he gets the ball in his hands. He flies. The running game early in the first quarter looked great. Nyheim Hines with 2 touchdowns looked good early. Was there anything else good? Not really. Phillip Rivers looked older than 37. He looked like he was 47 today. 2 interceptions, 2 bad interceptions. And he wasn't even pressured really on those 2 interceptions. He just forcing the ball. Why? It should have been 3 interceptions. Should have been 3. The other one was called back because of a penalty on the Jaguars. Should have been 3. He looked. Yeah, I see he threw for 300 something yards. I don't care about that. He threw like 40 something times. Why did he throw that many times? A quarterback who throws that much times is clearly it feels like a team who's coming from behind. But we were like in control of most of the games. Why did he throw that many times? The defense is not carved. The secondary looks awful. Gardner Minshew completed 19 out of 20 passes. Yeah, 19 out of 20. Did we do anything to address the secondary in the offseason? I don't think so. They looked awful. Rock Yassin, Xavier Rhodes, even Kenny Moore didn't look good today. Stupid penalties. We had like no penalties in the first half, and in the second half we just want to. It felt like every other play was a flag. It looked bad today, man. It really did. Marlon Mack, he's done for the year. Torn Achilles. I'm not too worried about that because Jonathan Taylor looked pretty good. Nyheim Hines, with Phillip Rivers, I think he's gonna play a key role this year too. Because you know how Rivers loves throwing it to his running backs. But what was Frank Reich doing after that first quarter? It's like we stopped running the ball. There was like I didn't feel like no sense of balance from the second quarter on, especially in the second half. Barely ran the ball. We just kept throwing and throwing and throwing and throwing and throwing. Our big thing is balance. Our mantra is run the damn ball, right? We barely ran the ball. Well, at least that's how it felt. With Rivers throwing 40 plus times against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They do not want to win. You had James Robinson over there running looking like Barry Sanders against our run defense. Come on, really? I know. It's one game, but I don't care. We looked We did not look good at all in this game. At all. I'm not too worried about the offense. I think the offense will be okay. As long as Phillip Rivers cleans his turnovers, clean up those interceptions. You don't need to force the ball. Don't need to force the ball. Offensive line didn't even look that good today. I know I'm nitpicking, but just watching the game from start to finish, I didn't see much different from the team last year. And I thought it would be. If we don't get pressure on this, if we don't get pressure from our pass rushers, our secondary is going to get eaten alive every single game this year. The secondary looks that bad. Was Darius Leonard on the field today? I didn't notice him. I didn't notice no one in the secondary. I didn't know it was Malik Hooker. You know, Frank Reich called the bad game, I think. After the first quarter, he called the bad game. He really did. I didn't see where he was going with his game plan in the second half at all. At all. Gardner Minshew threw one incomplete pass today. One incomplete pass. Gardner Minshew. Let that sink in. One incomplete pass. You know how much yards the Colts had today? 445. You know how much Jacksonville had? 243. And we still lost that game. How? How is the yardage difference that big and you still lose the game? Why are we shying away from what we're good at? We want to run the ball. Let's run the ball. Please run the ball. I get, you want to go for it sometimes on fourth down, but come on. We're getting too cute with these fourth downs. Come on. It was just an ugly loss. It was just an ugly loss. It was ugly. It was ugly from top to bottom. It was ugly. Ugly. The secondary is going to be a big problem. My man Chris Ballard really didn't do much in the offseason to address the secondary. He got Xavier Rhodes, who was released by the Vikings. I see why he was released. I know it's one game, okay. But it don't get no better next week versus the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, they lost to Green Bay today, but the Vikings still put up 34 points. Dalvin Cook still is on the Vikings. If we could barely stop James Robinson, you think we're going to stop Dalvin Cook next week? I don't see no moral victory in this loss. I really don't. I really don't. Phillip Rivers, please stop throwing interceptions. Please. T.Y. Hilton, please stop dropping the ball. Come on, bro. You gotta reel that catch in right there on 4th and 1. Come on. That was the second drop of the game. Come on, T.Y. You gotta make that play. I don't care. You gotta make that play. Especially against a rookie right there. I know that rookie had a good game. But come on, T.Y. That ball, you gotta catch that, man. Come on. Ugly loss. Ugly loss. It ain't gonna get no easier. Alright, I'm done ranting. I know I was talking a lot of mess in my last video. Talking about how the Colts are so good and they're gonna be so good. We're already off to a bad start. I'm not losing hope. I'm not losing hope yet. It's one game. But boy, I'm really worried about that secondary. If we don't get pressure on the quarterback, it's going to get ugly. We haven't won a season opener in 7 years. 7 years. What are we doing with Jacoby? Frank, what were you doing on that play? Stop trying to get too cute. Come on, I don't like the whole two quarterback thing and you coming for. Come on, what were we doing on that play? Are you kidding me? Come on, Frank. Come on. I know we didn't have a preseason, to, get accustomed. But come on, Frank. Don't do that. Come on. It's Jacksonville, really? I don't care if we didn't have no preseason games. There's no business coming out like this. None at all. Michael Pittman right here, almost fumbling. Like, all right, I'm out. I appreciate y'all checking it out. I'm done ranting. Please tell me I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Please tell me it's gonna be okay. Go Colts. Frank, do a better job. Phillips, stop throwing to the other team and run the darn ball, please. Get well soon, Marlon. It's gonna be a tough loss.